Okay, shalom, shalom, first and foremost. I want to start off by giving all honor and praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashum, Yahushua, Bahashum, Krakodash. And without any further ado, I just want to get into this lesson as well as other lessons going into. Something I saw I thought was pretty interesting. I wanted to go into this music video from NBA Youngboy with this chick called Jazz Bond. I'm not gonna play any of the audio. So yeah, I was listening to this song for a minute just to see what was up with it. This was recent. It came out yesterday, like a day ago, and this was DJ Khaled, The Future, Little Baby. I thought it was the song is one of them. The song just goes into it's very flashy and in style, like Jake is, man. Like it says in scriptures, man. How Israel is a peculiar people above all nations, the salt of the earth. So I respect I like it's very in style. I like and respect how it shows how Jake's style is, man. How the expensive clothes and flash you see little baby and Future wearing, and the jewelry. So like yeah, the jewelry, the cars, and the bragging about hoes and woman spending his he said he spent a block on his bitch. But then they talk about the streets, not as much as other songs, but this song does mention street lyrics. Little Baby says here, just quoting the lyric of this song, it says, "I done told you see niggas, this is the realest that you get." So it's a very carnal song. It's a very carnal ass song. Though there's nothing about Yahweh Bashmeshah or repentance in this song. This is the type of shit they push. This type of song with the imagery and the visuals, it's gonna push upon Jake to seek this world. It reminds me of when Yahushua was on the mountain and then Satan showed him all the kingdoms and told him, just bow to me and I'll give you all this. This is what the song is. This is that song. This is that mountain. Or Satan is showing Jake's that, and telling them to sell their soul and their morals and the law, statutes, commandments the Most High has commanded us to keep, instead of this BS. But so that's the type of music they push. But this is also another music video. Going back to the Jess Spawn. Never heard of her. This is this country girl that sings. And then featuring young boy Never Broke Again, formerly known as NBA Youngboy, which he's a sellout. He's in the industry. He's part of that Hollywood Satanism, a cult that goes down over there. He's part of that plant. He's set up as a plant to destroy our people. So these celebrities, this is the prophets are set up to build our people. You got the celebrities that are set up to build the 2/3 up, though. These are their scriptures. This is their Bible here. For the 2/3, this would be their Bible right here. These music videos and then their celebrities would be like likened unto like their prophets on the left hand for the 2/3. And you know how Satan does it. He can put the flesh and all that. While the Lord is the opposite. He's more quiet and silent until it's time for him to reveal. Yeah, because this is not the road where much glory doth abide. Wickedness is flourishing here. It's lucky. I gotta bring out the scriptures. I just quoted some, but I didn't bring any else. So I gotta get this. I think it's in Ezekiel 7. This is in the NIV. Verse 11. Violence has arisen. Ezekiel 7 and 11. Violence has arisen, a rod to punish the wicked. None of the people will be left, none of the crowd, and none of their wealth, nothing of value. The time has come, the day has arrived. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller grieve. For my wrath is on the whole crowd. Yeah, that's why you brothers, man, you would like your sisters too, man. Your sisters too, you ain't exempt. Get more accustomed to the spirit of losing things. It's a blessing that blessing that the Lord is making us to lose things, man. He wants us to lose things. He wants us to lose things, man. Because when that time comes, when that day comes, man, when it's all taken from us, we're having it slowly taken from us, which is better and more beneficial than having it all taken away from us when that day comes. I know for me personally, if I were to have a whole lot of things and then all of a sudden it would be taken from me, I would lose my mind. So I think, and the water Yahweh some shot because he's been slowly taken away from me. Here and there, here and there, here and there. So he accustomed me to tolerate and building up that tolerance for a lack of things, so to speak, a lack of things, a lack of a lot of overly abundance of things, the heart's desire. Jeremiah 17 talks about the heart is deceitful above all things, desperately wicked. The flesh always wants more. You give it a little here, and the flesh is very delicate. It's a very fragile being. You give it a little bit of honey, and it's going to want more honey. You keep feeding that honey, as the scriptures say, or you'll be made a laughing stock unto your enemies. There's a scripture like that. I think it's in Iraq. Lest thou be made a laughing stock through overly consuming in the flesh. It's roughly paraphrasing. I really didn't do good at quoting it, but just quoting that, trying to best to quote that. But yes, this is one of my favorite scriptures. Ezekiel 7 and 10. See the day, see it comes. The doom has burst forth. The rod has budded. This is the point. Wanted arrogance has blossomed, and that's why the scripture, and a similar thing the Lord told Israel in the book of 2nd Ezra. This is not where much glory will abide. And then in 2nd Ezra 9. And this in the KJV. 2nd Ezra 9. No. Where is it? Yeah, no. So like it's in 2nd Ezra 6. Slocky, that's on me. 2nd Ezra 6. And I'm gonna jump down here to verse. Because I'll tell you one thing these celebrities don't have. They don't have these prophecies. They don't have that discipline that the elect's been building. To myself, gotta keep building on that, man. This is 2nd Ezra. It's a lot of work. But we can do it with the flesh, with the spirit. I mean, Slovakia, slip of the tongue, not the heart. The second Edges in 6 and 8:28. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which hath been so long without fruits shall be declared upon. There's going to be an over shortage of wickedness soon in the time we're going to come into. Right now, it's an over influx. It's an overly high supply and demand of wickedness right now. The Lord's going to shut that down. That's why I said that's why this correlates with. That's why this correlates right perfectly with Ezekiel there. Ezekiel 7, brother Ezekiel here, 7 and 10. Arrogance has blossomed. Arrogance has blossomed. And the prophet here, the Lord told this prophet right here, arrogance to speak this. Arrogance has blossomed. And that reminds me as well as correlating it to second measures. I think it's the 15th chapter in the KJV. 6. Also, her wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and her works are fulfilled. And this is happening. This is talking about now, because you got faggots out here. You can't go out now. It's so many faggots now that you can't go outside without running into one or seeing one. Especially if you live in a city, a big city. Grand Rapids is a pretty decent large city. Especially where me and the brother be driving to and from our places. It's a lot of cars and a lot of people. So come on, man. And this is a part of that. This is a live example of wickedness has polluted the whole earth. Pride has budded. Say Ezekiel 7 and 10, second Edges 15. And that was verse 6. Second Edges 15 and 6, and Ezekiel 7 and 10. Wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Pride has budded. Arrogance has blossomed. You got NBA young boy there. That's a Judite. That's an Israelite. But he's wicked. He's right there. He's holding I think that's blunt. He has the Tupac style to him. With the tattoos, the muscles showing. He's got the dreads on. And then that white girl there, she's showing off all her body. But there's this one scene in this music video I want to play, where basically he's showing them, this is them when they're grown, and then they're as kids here, robbing from stores and shit. See, these young kids are going to look at this and be taught to steal. The Bible says not to steal. And then if these churches were so correct and if they had the spirit within them, they wouldn't be having kids that steal and shit going to church. Because I used to go to church when I was a kid, and then when we left that church, my parents left that church, and then I'm ashamed of this, and I don't want to share this really, but I used to steal from the corner store, liquor store, snacks and stuff like that. Quite one too many times, I would say, and that's against the laws of the Yahweh Shema Shai right there. So the young kids are gonna look at that and want to steal, man. Want to be and then this is a couple, little boy and little girl. So they're gonna want to grow up and steal. And then this is them as they're grown. NBA YoungBoy says this is a cold world. Because the NBA YoungBoy, he is a lost soul. That girl there next to him, they are lost souls. They belong to this world. They're built for this world. This world is their world. This world is their world. They're lost souls. A lot of our people are lost souls. And they're wicked. Jake is wicked. And they even admit this is a cold world. But the thing is, the spirit doesn't have it in them to see, to have the spirit. Have the spirit. And the brother says something deep. The brother from Saints of Jersey. The black tall brother. Don't know his name, so like it. But I get his name, but it's time. But that's my elder, our elder, and especially me because I'm younger than him. Slovakia, but kind of Slovakia, but yeah. Yes. But in the lyrics he's saying this is a cold world, and I'm only getting older, and this is cold world, and I'm only getting older. It's cold world, and I'm only getting older. That's how the hook goes to the song, and then the girl there said before NBA YoungBoy got his burst in, the young girl said there, young white blonde girl there said that she was singing her lyrics, and I think it went something like she was saying in the song, this quote in the song is she said she's driving a Suburban like it's stolen. And then they're showing them at young age stealing shit. Like, I get it, if you were young and you stole, you were committed sins against the laws of the Al Shahada. But when you get older, you should change. The Lord should wake you up from that. If the Lord loves you, He deals with you as a father with his son, He's going to wake you up from that. And they don't talk about that here in the song, which just shows you the spirit of Babylon. And that's why this video got 2 million views, close to 3 million now. It only came out 6 months ago, so this is still a fairly new song. And then right there in the suggestions from 3 weeks ago, you got Coy Leroy, again another song featuring a young boy NBA, dressed promiscuous, the tattoos all on her. I hate women with tattoos. It's a huge turnoff. Because it's not in our law, and that's especially with the Israelite woman. The Israelite woman's not supposed to be wearing tattoos, showing her body like that. Which I got a video next shortly after this about how a woman should dress. Something caught my eye, and I had to put it on wax, as we say. Great Millstone Brothers, I came here. We say that. It's one of our sayings. We say, put it on wax. Let the Spirit tap the screen. Let the Spirit speak. Pour it out. Edify the sheep and the lambs, man, of Yahweh Shah, man. That's where the real money, the true prize is. The true spiritual suburban is, man. We ain't gonna have to drive it like it's stolen, man. We're gonna have chariots, even something better than a suburban. Which is what, man. You can play only up to 30 seconds if it's a new song. So I'm gonna so as much as I'm gonna play there. But as you saw in the song, she said to her, "Blue light's finer." So this song is about committing crimes, man. Not controlling your flesh, not keeping the law, statutes, commandments, man. Because the true song is the videos, man. And it's not the time to be making music. We're not in the time to be making music. When the kingdom comes, we're gonna be making music, man. Music way more amazing than the music, this trash ass music you have right now, because it's on a low vibration. It's not in righteousness. It's in wickedness. So come on, man. When the kingdom comes, that's our gonna be our time to party, you know. See, the song is about encouraging the youth, because the young people are gonna be watching this song and gonna be singing. They look up to him, be a young boy, and that girl there, singer there. They're going to wanna do what they do and spray paint the house right there, as you see there. They spray painting that. And they got the, boy, you see the pyramid right there, just showing you right there what it's about, really. Because as I'm saying, works. That's how he works. He's gonna give you the world, but in return, he's gonna require a sacrifice. And that's what the Lord does on the right hand. But I rather the righteous will rather give their sacrifices on the right hand, man. Yahweh sacrificed himself for Yahweh. Yahweh was his own blood sacrifice, and those are really the greatest sacrifices. When you sacrifice your own self. So yeah, man, brothers, this is just a reminder, I guess, and also for hopefully young Jake watches this video for him as well, for him to see and wake up, man, from this world, man. Don't follow after this example here of him being a young boy and the young girl there. I mean, I respect them in their job there, their work there, I guess. And I guess them putting out music, but ultimately I can't really respect it because it's not in righteousness, and they're not repenting as Israelites, because they are Israelites, I believe. And yeah, don't follow this, man. The Lord is against disobedient children. But if your parents were to see you spray painting a house like that, that would be driving they're also driving a truck there. They look like nine. They're like nine driving a truck and spray painting houses, just running all around this town, stealing too as well from this gas station there. And then here, as they're grown, and then the lyrics are, and it's only getting colder as I get older. Driving in a suburban black tinted like it's stolen. Hey man, that shit is wicked. What's that gonna teach? That ain't gonna teach you to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and in return that's gonna destroy you. That's like I'm just ranting. So like, but yeah, man, bro. All right, inside joke about brothers gotta bring out more scriptures, right? So like this is Exodus 22:1. When a man steals an ox or a sheep and butchers it or sells it, he must repay 5 cattle for the ox or 4 sheep for the sheep. That's a law of the Lord against the stealing right there. You know, if a man stole an ox or sheep, because back then that was a common thing, he would have to repay 5 cattle. If a man steals an ox or a sheep and then basically kills it for the meat, to get the meat and then sell the meat, this is what the Lord says what's going to happen, to how he's going to have to pay for that. He doesn't have to be put in prison, but this is what he would have to do. He must pay 5 cattle for the ox or 4 sheep for the sheep. So you would have to pay that's more than double of what that sheep and assuming that one sheep and ox would be. So that's just showing you, man. And it doesn't matter if we're not in our land. The Lord is going to still require a sacrifice. He can put demons on you or mess with you, kill you, fuck your family up, fuck you up, cast you off as a joke, cut you off. Leviticus 6 and 5, or anything else about which he swore falsely, he will make it full restitution for it and add a fifth of its value to it. He is to pay it to its owner on the day he acknowledges his guilt. Numbers 5 and 7, the person is to confess the sin he has committed. He is to pay full compensation and a fifth of its value to it, and give it to the individual he has wronged. Huh. And see, that's why going back to Deuteronomy 4, this is our wisdom and knowledge, and this shall be our wisdom and knowledge in the sight of the nations. Deuteronomy 4 and verse 6, observe them carefully, for this will show your wisdom and understanding to the nations who will hear about all these decrees and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. And the Lord tells us in Isaiah, I think that's in Isaiah, right? Isaiah 10. No, actually, Jeremiah 10. Learn not the way of the heathen. Jeremiah 10 and we'll start at 1, but the point is in 2. Hear ye the word which Yahweh, the true name of Yahweh, speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith thee Yahweh, the true name of the world calls God. Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Yeah, all those idols, all that. And then it says in Sirach, the beginning of pride is when one turneth away from his power. When one turneth away from his power. So, and then it says in 2 Samuel, I think that's, I forgot what chapter. But Samuel tells Saul, stubbornness is as witchcraft and idolatry. Stubbornness is as rebellion, and idolatry is as witchcraft. Stubbornness is as idolatry, and rebellion as witchcraft. Rebellion is as a sin as witchcraft. Stubbornness is as idolatry. So when you turn away from God, that's stubbornness, that's rebellion, that's witchcraft, that's idolatry. And that's given for the heathens. You see, those are the Israelites. And those music videos I just showed, they're not supposed to be doing that. But we also understand that's their lot. That's their lot. It's just a reminder for us to not do that, because, like Brother said last week, and I think I've said that earlier before in my younger years in this truth, that when you're living around wickedness, you gotta fight to. You're encouraged to do wickedness because you're seeing other people doing it. You gotta fight to not do that. That beats on the body. That causes ailments. That's why Paul talks about though our outward man perish, our inward man is renewed though. But it brings at the same time, Lord is about God of balance, power of balance. It's to balance that out. He's going to increase you in your spirit, giving you an increase in the spirit, spiritual increase, not a material one, but a spiritual increase upon you to balance that out. And what's invisible is greater than what's visible. That's why our Lord ain't dealing with us being materialistic right now. And that's what those music videos just shows you and teaches you. That's what Satan, those are of Satan. Those are Satan's words for his children. Satan's like a bad father, teaching his children, giving his children everything, not teaching them any respect to anybody, telling them do what you do as thou wilt. Right? Mr. Crowley. The Lord is the correct father, the more righteous father on the right hand, who's going to not give his children whatever they want. No, you can't have that candy. No, you can't have that. Because I know what's better for you. I'm going to lead you the right ways, how to live the right life with my guidebook. It's the scriptures, his voice, the prophets. And it's a beautiful voice. It's the true voice. It's Yahweh's voice, leading us to life. And the downside is we're going to have to wait for it. But the benefit to that is it's going to be, when it comes, it's going to be worth it. It's just a reminder and encouragement to you brothers that already are in the know, those that may not be in the know, that may run into this, Lord willing. Shalom and a bar. Hopefully it's edifying.